Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm back. I decided to go and have a quick coffee, come back and start playing again. So we're moving on now to page 2 on the front and then on the back. It doesn't really matter which way around these go, so until we actually put them in the album. So I'm going again on this one, and I'm going to mark again about 1.5 inches this time. Top and bottom. Not that it's going to be exactly the same, but making sure I'm bob on this time. Perfect. Just a thin line. And then I can measure the gap. So 7 inches. So grab some cardstock, and I'll only need 1 sheet, I think, for this for now. So if I take this off, this is going to be 5, so that'll make my 7 inches. And keeping hold of that one as well. 7. Yeah, and I'm going to make that, this is 8. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch. So if I do that to 8, so I'll take that down to 4. Again, a great photo mat. It's 4x6, which is 4x7, but we can add some cardstock to that. So that's going to go in there with my bits. And that's the piece we're gonna, that's right, we're gonna score that at 1/2 inch, so it'll come away from that edge 1/2 inch. And with this one, that's perfect. I want this at 7 as well. So that's a good 5x5, I think. Yeah, perfect for a photo mat as well. And then we're going to score this at 1/2 inch and this at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to do some decoration as well. So let me write that down for you. Piece of black. 1 at... oh my goodness. 7x5. And 1 at scoring the short side 1/2 inch, and then this was 8. I'd like a 7 and just cut it. Yeah, 8x7. I'm going to score the long side 1/2 inch. I haven't put the camera on. Look at that, me. I'm doing all this and I've just done it all without the camera on. I'm so sorry. So I've taken my page and I've measured 1.5 inches in, leaving me a 7 inch gap. So I took one piece of 12x12 and cut it down to 7x8, leaving me a 6x4 or 7x4 photo mat. And this one I cut down to 5. Well, this is the 5 that was left over. I cut this down to 7. So we're going to score this on the short side 1/2 inch and this on the long side 1/2 inch. And I just wasn't until I just looked up, but that's what we're going to need so far that I hadn't even got the camera on. Silly me. So let's grab our score tool. So good job I rectified it right at the beginning, isn't it? And not 3/4 of the way into the video. So perfect. What am I like? And I'm gonna I fetched in a new punch. I like this one. So again, I'm just gonna pop this one in. Just follow that pattern. Ooh, eyesight's gone wonky. So we've got that lovely pattern. It's got a little. Why do I always end up with a little nick on the end? There we go. And I think I'll do it to this one as well. Yeah. Make sure I've got it lined up properly. And then press. 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 And press. Perfect. Oh. Yeah, sorry about the first 2 minutes. Got a sword twitched it on there. Probably not. Obviously not. So now we can fold and burnish. Gorgeous flaps. This one is going to get attached this side. And then this one will get attached. And do you know what? Because we've got, it's a loop, we can just tuck that in. Instead of trying to get everything nice and level and straight. We tuck that flap in. No one's going to see that because that's going to get attached inside the album as well. So let's do that. Let's get our ink out. Try not to get any over the score line. Trying to get it on the score line, on the actual thing. So slide that in. Making sure that's level. Bang on up there, and then we can, oh that's, no, come down, that wasn't down to that line. That's better. And then we're going to touch this one on this side. Only this one, perfect, is going to cover over that one, so we want to make sure when we line this up, this is covered over. Let's get this glued up. This inside. and make sure this is lined up. And that side is lined up. Don't seem to want to go in that side. Look at that, that's weird. Right, come up. Something's wrong. Oh, Gaynor, what are you doing? I don't know. Right, do you know how my eyesight's terrible? Do you know what? I'm going to wait for that to dry and I'm going to attach it the old-fashioned way. Maybe I'll spin it over that way because I can add the glue on here. I'm just going to add this one on the top. I said, do you know what? I thought it would be easier, but it's not. Gaynor always makes a hard job of things. I apologise if you can hear my neighbour grogging up in his garden. Oof, disgusting. I know. But I hear it all the time. Oof, back at me. So hurry up, Gaynor, otherwise this glue's going to go off as well. Right along the edge. Let's fetch this over and make sure it's perfect. See, look at that, it's lined up beautiful now. Maybe I'm on the edge, girl, not tuck it in tight for the thing. Leave it on the edge. Get my glue off. Right. Oh, that's much better. So, now what do I want to do on the inside? Maybe I'll do, they're both 4 inches, aren't they? Let's just test one of those, maybe 2. Oh, look at that, they're just right. On the edge. Edge. Is that going to be deterred by anything? No. My brain is thinking over time. There's no interruption on that one because it's tucked in. So that one's fine. This one goes right next door. There's no oh, look at that. Look, gap at the bottom. How do I work that out? How do I ever work that out? So let's try that side this time. That's perfectly fine. My cardstock is out. Well. Right, so let's fold this in half. And have one there. Don't like the look of that crease. That's better. overlapping, just leaving them a mil away from that side. So when that closes and that closes, I can find again something to keep that closed. Maybe another little brad or something. And then when we open those, this opens. And then that opens, so we'd have to glue one down. So open, open. I'm thinking, my brain is thinking. So that one up there, on that one, along that line. That is not even folded straight. I'll push your papers together. Unless they've just not been cut straight. Knowing my luck. So that go on there. Let's make sure they're together. That one's perfect. Just thinking of the closure bit. That one go across that one. Have to tuck one inside the other. See, when you open that one and open that one, you only get to see, I don't know about this, or should we do them inside next to each other? They are not straight at all. They're off two separate sheets. Because nobody knows what's going on until we open the flaps, do they? That would open that way. We could get this one to open this way. Oh, awkward. You just want to keep everything a little tiny mil away from the sides, so when they shut, that they don't interrupt. Because that one will go there, that one there, that one there. Too much bulk. Oh, leave them out. My head's going Pete Tong. So let's get another piece of paper. So that's 7 by 8. So if we do 7.5 by 8.5 and then cut. Yes. So 7.5. So that'd be 4.5. Keep that piece. 8.5, which is 3.5. Score on two sides, 1/2 inch. There it is. One at 7.5 by 8.5. Score two sides 1/2 inch. Oh, I've got an itchy back. Snip out the corner. We'll do this first and then we'll chop in down. Because that will fit on there lovely. May have to take a slither off because we haven't compensated again. So I'd do that to 8 3/8. So let's just take a slither off there. Literally like 1/8 of an inch. Make sure it's all level. Ooh. And then if I can, no, I'm not going to get in there. I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut from there to there. Corner to corner. Keep that in case we use it on somewhere else. Perfect. And we're keeping away from that edge as well. So let's get this down. Still haven't decided what papers I'm going to use. And if you cut it, like I'm saying, after you've done your corners, it cuts them off at perfect angles for you. So let's level this right along that line. So we're away from that edge. And then this close. I think I might just add a magnet. Need the one, I think. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit. 1, 2 and a bit. See about there. Another piece of tape. Perfect. If you want, you can add tape onto there as well, but it's got sticky back, so I don't think it's going to move. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We can have a corner pocket. Perhaps one of those flaps could go on there. Oh, my brain is thinking overtime. we could do, I don't want to do too much, see. Too big. So there's those two booklets. These are the bits that are left over. The largest one at the back. Is that long enough? Yes, it is. Oh, but then I need sides. Oh, and do you know what? I'm going to need a couple of booklets in there, but I want bigger ones. I'm going ahead of myself now. That piece looks big enough. Oh, I'll give me 1/2 inch either side. So we could have a little side pocket on there. Or we could have a little side pocket on there. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? This piece is 4.5 by 8, 1/2 inch long side both ends, 1/2 inch long side both ends. Flash red. Make sure that fits on there beautifully. Come away from the edge a fraction. Got a little, sells our little side pocket then. Just come away from this edge just a little fraction, just so when it curls over it doesn't take up too much space. This down, making sure it is perfectly straight. I'll give booklet sizes and photo mat sizes at the end, because like these now I can perhaps get, I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom, but I can get 2 of those in there. Get 2 little booklets in there. I'll do a bigger booklet for there. We're going to have nice decorations there. That goes over. This comes across, keeping that closed. So that is page 2 on the front. I'm leaving that one. So I don't know what to do on this one. I may do a waterfall card or a staggered one, but then I'd have to decorate the paper first. Trying to think. Let's have a look what suggestions we've got. Half the size of the page, pocket, large photo space. Large size pocket with buckler, flaps, envelope page, button, side pocket, and a booklet inside. Alright. Oh, yeah. Right, this one. Large pocket. You know, like we did on the first page. Oh yeah, we're doing the catch on there. You know, like this, but instead do one large one, and then we can have tuck spots area in there. So I'm gonna grab another sheet. I'll probably use a packet of 20 sheets of this for each album. So 8 by 10. So if I do with say a 2-inch gap, so that's 8, so an 8.5. By 9, so 10, 11, 12 is 3. And then we are going to score 1/2 inch. Oh no, we can glue the bottom, so let's do this. That's right, 1/2 inch either side. There's a good gap. Do you know what, I might just actually score the 3 sides actually. Yeah, for once. Let's check. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So this is the back page number 2. So BB 1 at 8.5 by 9.5. Score 3 sides, 1/2 inch. So that's what we got up to now. Fold and burnish the score lines. Didn't quite go to the corner then. Perfect. Nice gap at the top. Might do some. No, we're not going to. Oh, are we? No, I start doing fancy things, then it never comes together. So let's glue these corners in. Just give that a little bit of glue there to catch. That one a lot. It's just that I find it easier to glue the sides down when the corners are already done. Make sure there's no glue inside. It says squirting loads of glue inside. Oh, can you just glue it? I think I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to these things. It just gives me so much joy. I just love making them. Now I've gone inside again. Silly sausage. Oh, just get it in. It. I always pull a page. I think it's because I'm in deep concentration. And then we can use quite a large flap. So what does that need to be? 8. So if I take 4 off, another photo map there then. Will come in handy. Score this at 1/2 inch. And then round the corners off. So it's like an envelope page. And that sits up there. Lovely. Isn't that cute? Big massive envelope page. Nice big photo mat or booklet even in there. This will close. We're gonna have those, like, where are those? If I've got a couple left. Oh, acetate. Look at that. I do as well. Oh, lovely. That one's on the wonk. They'll be fine. I'm prepared. So I might add something else on there and just poke a hole through, because they're not the best looking. Or you could even have that down there, and then have some nice tying up on there. Ooh, yes. So they'll be out as well for that page. I don't really want to add anything else on there because this will give me a great, I'm going to frame this as well. Great, oh, do you know, my head goes blank. Because even inside there we can get a gorgeous 6x4 photo and some more decoration. Decorate this, it's going to look absolutely out of this world. So I'm only going to do that to this page. So let me grab, we're going to measure this lid. So this was 4.5. By 8. Score the short side 1/2 inch. So that's all I'm doing for this page. And then we're going to add those toggles later. I may do a long one, may do a short one. We'll see later, because that'll do after the decoration. So, pages. So we got this going on page 2 with insert booklets. I'm going to make booklets for in there. We're going to decorate. We're going to decorate. May do something. I might just add my DSP with white cardstock and then just leave a little tuck spot area in there as well. That is page 2, and that's the back of page 2. Oh, I've got a little bit more time, so we're on to page page 3 front. Mind you, I might go away because I've got all those little suggestions written down. I'm going to go back over where I got the suggestions from, because my head goes totally blank as soon as I switch that camera on, and I don't want these to overrun for hours and hours and hours and you all get bored and never come back. That's gone already and not come back. So I'm going to go and have another little think. Oh, I might do my little cube page, as I call it, but do that in the center. You know the page where you lift up and it sits up like a cube, and you get 4 photos one side and then lift it up that way, 4 photos that side. I may do some flaps going over, but if I do, I'll have to make sure I gusset them this time, because on Little Frankie Man's album the pages wouldn't close. So yeah, come back later, maybe tomorrow or whenever. Take care, see you soon, bye.